We are live. We are live at hole number 1. I'm hoping it stays nice and quiet behind me. Hopefully. Right, let's get a ball teed up. Let's get a ball teed up. My plastic tee indoors. Live out in the beautiful Orpington countryside-ish. Please God, let it stay quiet behind us. So it's 310 yard, half 4, dogleg left. Well, you got to hit down to the end of the fairway there. Sort of 180 plus yards. And then you got to hit your second shot over the pathway. The green is tucked off over here behind these trees and that. So just do not go left here. Just waiting, there's a chap down there ahead of me, so let him just play off. He's got 2 in front of him as well. So this is the nervy moment. Don't duff my first shot. Which I have all the confidence in the world not to do, but it can happen. Can happen. Hopefully at least one of you sticks around to see me do or don't duff my first shot. The horrible thing with doing it live like this is you don't get no tracer, so right. Heart pounding moment, people. Gong gong. Gong gong. Gong gong. See, the thing is, practice swings. Whew. I'm an expert practice swinger. Right, guys, here we go. No jokes. First ever round of golf completely live, and I am actually bricking it. say. We're in the fairway, and we will have a decent shot in. Not gone as far as I would have liked, you know, in drier, firmer ground. A little high on the face there, just slightly off centre. But we're happy. We're golfing. We are golfing. So let's take a little trot down and have a little butchers at what we've got lined up for our second shot. Okay, well, I'm guessing not many people were impressed with that first shot of the round, even though I'm fairly happy with it. It's actually warmed up quite a bit as well, which is nice. What's cracking to any and everybody in the chat there? Copper Ghost and Dexter. What's cracking? Hope you're good. Like I mentioned, this is my first time of doing a live feed of my round, so I'm a little bit nervous. I shouldn't be, because, you know, I can play golf to a reasonable standard. Cannot see my ball just yet. Oh, hang on. I think it's just popped into the frame. I mean, I can see a ball. That's surely not my ball. That's not my ball. That's not my ball. Didn't think it was. I got a little worried then, because I thought my ball had dropped a little bit shorter than what it looked back there. Nope. We've got our ball. We found our ball. Let's just get the bag down. Right. Let's get this plunked. So nothing to be nervous about now, because we're golfing alone. Quiet behind me still, which is good. Let's have a little zap. It's a little over 100 yards. Probably for the flag, we're looking at about 110 to 115 yards to the flag there. So I'm going to swing a 9-iron. Just hopefully we can knock it in the direction of the green. little soft, but it's right at the flag. Wow, we've landed short. We've landed short, but it was pretty. It was pretty for a moment, let me tell you. Right, so we've landed just on the mound, about 10 yards from the green. It was a little bit slappy, but I caught it fairly well. And like I said, it was right at the flag, so my alignment was great. Just didn't quite get a money shot connection. So on we go. Still quiet behind us. Be looking to chip one now. Chip one close. Hopefully start the round with a par. But we will see. Thank you for the big up there. The sick comment, very much appreciated. It was a little bit under par there though, that shot. I thought it was going to be great. On a nice firm day, that would have kicked on. We would have been dancing, as they say. But we're right now. We are though there, and the flag is there. So 2 strokes from here to make par. Obviously, I'm going to be aiming for par. Right, let's get it sat down so you can see what we're doing. Right, and let's hopefully start the round with a par. Third shot incoming. For me, from here, I'm going to go pitching wedge, because I want this ball to roll when it gets on the green. So, fingers crossed. That's not. Sit. Oi, oi. Ho, ho, ho. It's not in gimme range. We're definitely going to be putting for par there. I thought that was going to roll on, but that sat nice and soft. Nice and soft indeed. Right, so if we can get this putt right, we're going to start on an even scorecard there, people. There is my putter. Love it. Right, so look, if we... So it's easily a 5-footer there. 5-footer par here. First putt of the day. Not making excuses, just... So I think slightly right to left. Not sure how the green's running, so all I'm going to concentrate on here is trying to get it in a straight line, get the right line. We pulled it a bit, just slightly off the heel there. So 1 over. But the only bad shot we've hit was that first putt there. So I'm not Not disheartened by that. On we go. You've got to look at golf the way you look at life. Life throws you a roadblock. You just navigate it and crack on. That's all you can do. So we are 1 over through 1. Having played that, I think, second shot and first putt there. So second shot and fourth shot was a little bit meh. But as I said, we're not going to moan. We're just going to crack on. We're just going to crack on. Whoa. So we have got to go between this tree and this tree for this next tee shot. It's another par 4, 308 yards is what it says on the board. Obviously when they play about with the tee box positioning, it gives and takes on yardage. I think we're probably playing a little bit shorter today, but for positioning, whoo, it's in a hard spot, guys. The tee box is in a hard spot. Yeah, it's about as far left as they have it, which is not a comfy place to be. Especially my ball likes to start left and come right. So usually I play off the edge of this tree on the left there, the right hand side branches. So it's made it a little bit more tricky for me, but we can't stand here crying about it. We're just gonna have to get on with it. Still quiet behind us as well, so I'm happy. Let me just make sure the ball is in the shot. And it is. Right, no laughing, guys, yeah? No laughing. Because as it says in the description, average golfer, not professional golfer. Right, so just find a way through these trees, big man. Over. Should be sweet. I think that one was pretty much out of the middle. I don't know if you can see that there, but definitely a nice little print from the ball in the middle of the club face there. Happy days. So I need to remember to keep my noise down a little bit, just out of respect to other golfers. Right, where did I just see that tee? Because I did just bloody see it. Aye, aye, aye. Red tee, red tee. Oh, there we are. I'm a bit superstitious. I'm superstitious over balls and tees. I like to try and use, well, I mean, we all like to try and use the same ball all the way around, but yeah, I like to use the same ball all the way around. and the same tea if I can for my drives. Yeah, I'm loving that we're getting people popping in, popping out, but no one's hanging around. I salute you, whoever you are, numero uno. Make yourself known in the comments so I can give you a little pat on the back. Who are you? Right, the horrible thing with winter golf is, I've just made that comment there about playing with the same ball, but you literally can lose balls like so easily in these winter conditions. Oh, I think I can see my ball. I hope that's it. I'm not sure now though. Obviously anything wet and the sun just glistens off of it. Now we have this here. Whoa, 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 whoa. We have this kind of marshy bit, but I'm sure I saw my ball come down. Now I'm starting to panic. No, surely. Oh, I don't want to spend too much time looking for my ball. I know it didn't drop here. It was longer than this. It's quite thick here. Oh, this is going to burst my bubble because I definitely did not think that ball was in trouble. I don't know if it would have had the legs to get this far over. Oh, hang on a minute. Titleist with 3 little dots on it. Well, 4 dots, but hey ho, there we go, we found it. Love it. Panic over. Panic over, you lovely bunch. Right, let's get the old rangefinder out. Let's get an exact number. Let's plop you down right as we speak. I cannot see whether there's anyone behind us, so let's just assume there is and keep the pace. Right, just gonna zap this ball. Ground is quite sticky, so the ball pretty much, if not stops, slows down where it lands. So I'm gonna go 7 iron. Just, I haven't got to be. pushed it. Don't think it's quite pin eye. It's not made on the green. It's just off the right side there. But we definitely have a shot to the. We definitely have a shot to the hole there with our third. So again, Mr. Average Golfer is not unhappy with that. I'd be stupid to be unhappy. I mean, I'm a little bit gutted that it didn't go on the green, because I definitely feel like I am at least good enough to, you know, get my shots where I want them to go. But it don't always work out like that. And we must move on when it doesn't. Little check behind, still no one there. It's got a freaking bug in my mouth. Right, so what are we going to do here? What are we going to do here? See what we're going to do. We're going to hope that that groundsman sods off. Noisy fucker. Decent bunch around here though, they are. Right, still sweet behind. Right. So we are here, as I said. Landed just right at the green. Flag there, ball there. Let's see if we can get one close. Oi! Right, let's see. Let's see. 2 strokes from here to make. Right, I am going to go pitch and wedge again. Pitch and wedge again. Hole there in the ground that I'll show you when we're walking over to the green. That's just actually helped me there. Again, it's an outside chance for par. Because on the first hole there, we were about 5 foot from the hole for our par putt. We're now, I'd say 6. But this here, it's just hit the left side of this little hole here, so that actually helped us, took a bit of sting off the ball. And there we are. Well, there we are, people. Right, so we are putting for par again. Which is all you can ask for when you're an average golfer like yourself. Putt. We stayed 1 over through 2. Just got to keep a cool head, trust the process, cack-handed golfer, if you're still in the chat, what's happening? You are a cack-handed golfer and I am a cack-footed golfer. Self-proclaimed wonky golfer. My left foot stroke ankle sits at what I guess we would describe as question mark angle. So, yep, you're cack-handed, I'm cack-footed. But, right, we've walked away with a par there, which is lovely jubbly. On to the third hole now. Now this third hole is another par 4. I believe it's around 330 yards. Again, manipulated yardage by the position of the tee box. Tee box is playing rather front of the teeing off area here. So we're probably playing close to that second hole there, around about the 310, 312 yard mark. But what is it? It's roughly about 30 yards from the green. There's a ditch. So shots 1 and 2 for me, the average golfer, is important here. Sometimes if you hit a good tee shot, sometimes your second shot you want to go for the green. But more often than not for me, it's the third shot where I'm looking to land close to the pin. But let's not worry about second and third right now. Let's just worry about this shot. (165 subs). Rewind selector, come again. 165 yards down the fairway. On the right hand side, roughly end of my finger there, we've got a bunker. So we really like to try and avoid that. But my shot shape is a left to righter. So bearing that in mind. I'll be looking to line myself up with a tee shot that fires down the left side of the fairway. So again, wish me luck. Straight down the middle. I think he stopped just before. Nowhere near go. But golf is very much about knowing your weaknesses and your strengths. And I know from what is still going to be playing probably about 150 to 160 yards, I'm not confident that I'll nail that shot and get on the green. So most probably going to going to be laying up here. But listen, it's not about how you get there. It's about getting there. Any which way you can. So we're playing 1 over through the first 2, single bogey on the first hole, and we managed to par the second hole. Yeah, no, that was a nice par putt, not gonna lie. Nice 6-footer. Just found our line, stepped behind it with confidence, and just putted it in a straight line. I can hold a straight line for longer now, off the back of using my simulator in the house. So, yes, we will be playing a lot more hours in the sim, let me tell you. One thing I want to work on over the winter is my club head speed. I want to try and come out of this winter striking the ball a bit faster / harder, get a little bit more distance. You know, my drives and my 3-wood distance, I can get the alignment. Contact is a little bit hit and miss sometimes, you know, self-proclaimed wonky golfer and all that. But it's distance. When I strike the ball well, I don't get a consistent, like, massive distance. So just to be 100% sure, I'm going to get the old zapper out. Just get what kind of yardage we're working with before I decide what shot I'm going to hit here. Flag is about 160. Actually, do you know what? Sorry guys, let me just get a little read on the ditch. The ditch is about 135. 135. What's it called? Got a couple playing over here, and there's a couple playing on the other hole over there. They just nearly took one of the old girls out. Which lacks a bit of etiquette. That's lacking in the old etiquette part. Right, back to the action. Thought we were going to see like an OAP fisticuffs. Right, so the ditch is 135. I'm going to be honest, I'm not feeling comfortable taking in the ditch. First line. So, I'm just going to fire a 9-iron down there and look to land my third shot. trouble. I feel like the golf course has just punished me there for playing safe. We scream and shout about our good shots, so we got our own shots. I mean, it's gone further than a couple of feet, so we're good. Second shot was a boo-boo. I had it way too forward in my stance there. 9-iron needs to be close to your back foot. And I know these things, but sometimes you just get caught in the moment. Fine detail slips your mind as an average golfer. It's all good. It's all good. Cannot get this third shot wrong though. To some level, we've already proved we can putt. Come on. And we've not been playing bad up till now. Just a few unfortunate shots here and there. So shot number 3 needs to be on it. On it like a Scotch bonnet. Detrimental to our round if this ends up being a boo-boo. Well, no, actually, it's not detrimental, but it is if you want to score good. And like I said in the description, yards. 90 yards. I'm going to write that wrong. I'm going to go smooth and soft with this here 9-iron. We didn't climb up that hill. We were just at the foot of that hill there. Again, it was thin, so that it was still too high in the stance, but obviously not as high as the previous shot. So all 3 holes so far we've been in the same position, needing to chip them close. Oh no, actually, because this is our 4th shot, so we're going to have to chip this close to walk away with a single bogey. We can do it. We can do it. 9-iron is not my friend today, though, so far. Still dead behind us. Providing it stays this empty, I may even go round for another 9 after. But let's keep our head in the game. Focus on this 9 at the minute. Right. So we're sitting there, flag's there. This is our 4th shot. We're a little bit closer to the hole here, so I don't know whether to go pitching wedge or 60 degree one. That's 60 degree. Oh my word. Wrong club. Well, that was an epic foul, that was, wasn't it, eh? Right, I'm not allowed to move the ball any closer to the hole. But we have got a sketchy bit of ground here. So I'm allowed to move the ball. That I will. Right, so now we are putting to somehow walk away. With a double bogey. This is for single. Yep. Lovely putt there to set us up for a gimme, which I will fetch you to see. That's a gimme. I mean, maybe I'll just putt it. So sadly now we're 3 over through 3. Epic foul with the 9-iron. But let's crack on. Let us crack on. Crack on, golfers, crack on. Right, I think we're going to have a little swig of juice. Carry on talking to ourselves. Oh, so after a lovely first hole, we proper boo-booed on that third there. So we're now sitting single bogey on the first, parred the second with a lovely putt, and we have just double bogeyed the third after a couple of floppy shots with the 9-iron and a dodgy shot with a 60 degree there. So we now have par 3. Around about 94 yards. 94 yards because we're here at the front of the teeing area. So let's get camera, ball and flag lined up. It's a bummer that doing these lives you can't have the tracer on. edges of my knife. What about now? Is there sound now? Yes or no? Yes or no? Oh, there is sound now. Okay. Oh, man. I was actually hoping there was going to be no sound then, so I could just end the stream, because it's like absolute toilet right now. Anyway. Yes, so I am 8 over. 8 over through 6 holes. You should have said no. Right, let's crack on. Because like I said, I want to go round again. I'm gonna go round again. Right, 7th hole. Let's see if we can double bogey this bad boy. Sounds good, looks good, but it's short. Thank you very much for the positive vibes, Scooby Dooby. You're absolutely right. On we go. You know, in life we mustn't crumble. We must plough forward and crack on. That's what we must do. Actually, seeing as how you're on here, you've made it easier for me to communicate with Louise and just double check that it's all right for me to stay here. So, on you go, minion. Holler back. Right, come on. Let's be having you. The frustrating thing is we have not actually played bad. We've just hit a few boo-boos here and there, which does happen. Most certainly wasn't intending for them to happen today. Let's have that right. Yeah. You absolute spanner. Needed a bit more sauce on that. We needed a bit more sauce on that, maybe not as much loft. Needed to be a little punchy one, that one. Right, but let's see if we can save at least a single bogey here. So we will be putting for par, but we are just off by a couple of feet. And we are putting uphill. So let's just try and get this close enough for a single bogey here to take us 9 over. Just off the left edge, and I've left myself some serious work to do there. Oh, a little click to the right and that would have dropped. The pace on the ball was, well, I've hit it a little bit too hard, but... Oh, this could be another double here. This could be another double here. Yep. So we're now playing 10 over through 7. Absolute abysmal golf this is. So we're already playing to a 42, and that's if friggin' if I can par these last 2 holes. One of which is the hardest hole on the course. Dun, dun, dun. Right, anyway. Listen. I've started, so I've got to finish. I've started, so I've got to finish. And I will finish. It's my first live playing golf. Live. Like actual golf. It's not been terrible. There's just been some moments of taking my eye off the ball, quite literally. It's definitely not my best day out on the golf course so far. Ay caramba. So again, a little bit of a ropey drive. I think I was just a few millimeters too far away from the ball there, so I was reaching a little bit. So I feel like I've hit it well, but it's just come off the face quite soft. Right, so this is a 446 yard par 4 uphill, so it plays, especially in this weather, plays a lot closer to a 460. Extreme lean on the fairway, so you've got to play up the left. Anything that lands too far to the right is gonna punish you and sod off to the right even more. Right, so yeah, I like to get sort of 4 or 5 trees deep up this fairway, and I've barely just passed one, so not happy with that strike there, but we're in play. Lost distance there because we've whacked that right up in the air, but I wouldn't call that a duffer. Definitely not a duff shot there, but could have done with catching that a little more square and firing that low, you know, up and over the fairway. That's just gone up, landed soft. Left us with a long shot for our third shot, to be fair. Longer than I would have hoped for. But I think it's safe to say this round has slipped away. Like I said, I kind of lost momentum on the third and never really regained my game. Okay. I would love to get on this green with this next shot. Ball, flag. Ay, ay, ay. So the ball again is slightly beneath my feet. Open my face. This is not good for someone who is an uber perfectionist. I am slapping myself around the chops right here in my head. Slap, slap, slap. Look, at the end of the day, I'm never going to be the golfer that just rocks up here and just plays amazing golf every time they come. But I will not stop until... Well, what the fuck? I will not stop until I am that person. Or I'll go to my grave trying to be that person. So this, unfortunately, now is our par stroke. Fourth shot. Fourth shot. And then we got one hole, and then, yeah, next nine. Next nine is the business, yeah. You know, the horrible thing is, I know I have it in me, but that's golf. I can deal with it. I can deal with a bad round. Not even that this is a bad round, but I mean, it is actually quite bad that there's been so many effectively back bad shots, but that's another one, really. Absolute short and curly, that one. Well clipped, but just so short. I'm playing double bogey golf right here now. That's what I'm doing. I think on the next nine, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to quite literally set up to score a double bogey on every hole. Right, my ball is sitting in a ditch, so I do get to move the ball. No closer to the hole, just out the back of the ditch there. Oh. Playing my fifth shot. Come on, wonder shot. Let's put this in. Nope. Wow. We're going to triple out on this one. So we're never going to forget our first ever 9 holes live on YouTube, because it is an absolute stinker. Breaking 40, I think not. I think as it stands now, we are playing for... What was we? Go on. Yes. We got a single bogey out of it. Go on. Let me just say, that was not an easy putt. That was not an easy putt. No, we didn't get a single bogey, did we? No, we didn't. We got a double bogey. We got a double bogey. Leave me alone. So we avoided the triple. That's still a victory. From the spot I was in right there, that is still a victory. That double bogey. So he was 8 over. We are now plus 10. Plus 10. Wow. I really do have to play golf constantly to maintain even an average level. You know, the last time I was putting scorecards in, 16.6 my handicap. But I was playing at least 3 times a week. I was playing then. Now I'm just turning up as and when I can be bothered, really. And it is punishing me. Last hole. Last hole until we do it all again, because we are bat shit crazy. No, we're not bat shit crazy. We're just hungry to improve. Extremely hungry to improve, we are. I don't know what the groundsman's doing, because you can see I'm here and he's still doing his little circles on the green. If he goes round for another circle, I'm hitting the ball. Fuck it. Is he looking at me and thinking this dude ain't got the minerals to make it to this green? I hope he fucks off after this. I hope you don't wait there to watch me shank it into the bushes to my right. I don't know if that's short or if it's just made it on. It's a little weak. It's a little weak, but it's definitely gone in the direction of the green there. Oh, wow. Okay, so we are not going to be doing 9 holes live on YouTube because my battery is now dead, which was one thing I was actually curious about, whether doing the lives drains the battery fast, because I had a full battery when I came out here. Doing it off the camera doesn't bleed the battery so much, but this clearly does. So I don't get a chance today to show that I'm better than I've played so far. I am going to play again, but it's going to be, you know, it's going to be only my words that stands for how well or not well I do. And in true wonky golfer fashion, we did not make it onto the green. But we have 2 strokes here now to get this in the hole for par and finish on a whopping 10 over, which with my handicap I have 5 shots on this golf course, so that would leave us 5 over, which is still disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Oh, we've got the line. So we've just ended there on a single bogey, which puts us 11 over, minus the 5 for my handicap, which, if this was a handicap scoring round, which it's not, I would be considerably a higher handicap. But that puts us on 6 over, like, it's 11 over, plus 11, but with the minus 5 for the handicap, that leaves us on 6 over through 9 holes, which is atrocious. But as the saying goes, God loves a trier, so I've got to believe that God loves me. Do you know what I mean? So until next time, people, adios. Scooby, get back to work.